So how we doing today? I was gonna make a different kind of video, but I don't think I've done enough preparation. It's gonna be a couple of videos in one, actually. I mean, it was, but whew, it's about the fifth time I made this video, right here. Uh, it was about de-escalation as a core competency. It had to do with the moving target of reasonable man, how you owe people a duty of care and the standard of care, and the moving target of probable cause. And I was going to frame it in, like, my Google search doesn't equal anyone's law degree, but I can check to see if my own lawyer is doing their job or not, or somebody trying to bluff me, or somebody, you know, you know, you have to be zealous about your own defense, because no one's going to defend you like you. You just can't be so zealous that you get stuck on stupid. And I notice a lot of people get stuck on stupid when it comes to the law. They come across one technicality, and they kind of miss the big picture. And then there's a whole lot of exceptions written into the law, and there's this rule, that rule, and that rule, and the kind of things that you need to be a trained lawyer on. But you kind of need to to be able to check your lawyer. And people may ask, well, what are my qualifications? I Google search. I go into a law library. I do those things because there's people like Antonio Moore. You don't know who Antonio Moore is? You can look up Tone Talks, Tonetalks. He used to be a LA prosecutor. I don't know if it's the city of LA or the county of LA. I don't know how that works out there. And he makes different kinds of videos, but the videos that he does not make, and I think some people will legitimately be interested in the videos that he makes. But the one thing that he doesn't give is he doesn't give away what he knows or what he's learned. He's spent tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on getting that education, and they're not about to give that away. Lawyers don't really give that away. Not too tough. But me, I think I need to give people a very fundamental understanding of some things, because whether you be a drug dealer, a security officer, a security guard, just a normal person walking down the street, there's some things that you really, really need to understand. And I don't think you should take my word for it. I think after I tell you something, you should go out there and begin to look it up yourself. I guess what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add to your perspective. That's always my goal. Even with these crazy ass videos that I put online from the Metro Mall. Some videos people don't watch because they don't have enough action in them, but those really are the videos that you should be watching. And I'm trying to whet your appetite. Because you as Yvette Carnell, and she makes very interesting videos too, but look up Breaking Brown on YouTube. Or you can look up Breaking Brown in Google, but do it in YouTube, right? You're not allowed to be an adult and not know. So, and that's what it says. Ignorance is no defense of the law, and that's basically what it's saying. You're not allowed to be an adult and not know this thing. We're holding you responsible for knowing because you're an adult, which is, in some ways ridiculous. Because some laws are heavily advertised because they really want you to know them, and some laws aren't heavily advertised at all. They're just laws, and some laws are on the books that shouldn't even be on the books anymore. Society has changed. But this video is about viewer commenters, and I'm going to try to keep this down to really 5 minutes. And I was going to go over individual commentary, but I kind of want to succinctly say this. So listen, if your comments contain too much vitriol, especially toward me, and it doesn't seem like you're watching the videos. And it seems to me like you're not comprehending, and it's not one comment that you made. You know, you left a string of comments, pretty much the same, with the same kind of vitriol, or the same kind of lack of understanding. You know, I hide your comments. So T-Bird, T-E-E-B-I-R-D, if you happen to be looking at this, you know, I hit all your comments. Deborah, I Sure Love Jesus, who I personally think may be Deborah Dunbar. Nope, I hit all your comments. Carice Martin, who could be Sherman Martin, could be Troy Hardy, because Troy Hardy used to always say that he had a aunt that was in the feds. Nope, I hate your comments. Trippy Hippie 12334, always calling me a coon. No, I hate your comments. Plus, you don't really know what a coon is. Let me enlighten you. During the Civil Rights era, the less patient people, the more pro-black movement. They used to call actors and actresses who portrayed parts that kind of perpetuated stereotypes. Actors and actresses who played roles that perpetuated stereotypes, or negative black stereotypes to be specific. They called them coons. That's what a coon is. So not only are you misusing the word, but then it's just a bunch of vitriol with no rhyme or reason. So poof, like a magic trick. I don't care if people are critical of me. You know, it's just got to be some sense behind it. There's some people on here who watch these videos who, even though we may not agree, and you know, I think C Hound, what was 619, 166, there's only one C Hound on my channel. You know, I can't remember, but I think at some point in time he said something that I didn't agree with, or he was critical of me, or she was critical of me. C Hound 619. They seem to watch a lot though. So I kind of take what they say a little more seriously if I think they've watched a lot of these videos. I think at some point in time they said something else critical of me. That commentary will still be up because I haven't never taken down their comments because they seem to have like a shred of sense. Here's another guy. He's got a lion for an avatar, I guess. I don't know where it's at. Ascendo, Acuendo. I don't know, somebody. I can't figure it out. Super Ascendo 1. I don't think they always agree with me either. Maybe more so than not. But they seem to have a lick of sense. They seem to watch the videos. One guy said, I don't like my fans. I don't think I should have a fan. I think you should look up the word fan. I think people should consult the dictionary. I really do think people could consult the dictionary. People saying, well, you're desperate when it comes to Jennifer. I was persistent. Go consult the dictionary. People say I'm creepy, but they're not really offering... They're really not supporting their statements with much. What makes it creepy? I think you should go consult the dictionary. I mean, a lot of you people come off to me like Tommy Laren. I mean, she's just saying stuff that just don't make any sense. It's not supported by any evidence. It's just the way she feels about things, but it's not supported by any evidence. And people watch these videos and they say things, and I'm like, it's not supported by the video. Are we watching the same video? You know, because sometimes they maybe go back and look back and like see if what they said was relevant. Like, I don't think that's what happened during there. Like one person made a commentary like when I was talking to Dynasty. If you want to look up anything on my page, just look up GRSE Dynasty if you want to look up this particular video. Right? It'll come up. And I was talking to this young woman who happened to be 19 years of age. Her name was Dynasty. I know her real name, but you don't need that. I was talking to that woman for at least 15 minutes before that guy just kind of walked up and sat down like, who in the fuck are you and what the fuck are you doing? But this person was saying that I was being creepy by standing there, like interfering with their conversation, was basically what the Sharice Martin was saying, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I was interrupting none? What the fuck are you talking about? I was the one standing there talking to them. He just kind of plopped and sat his ass down, man. Believe me, there's some people, you done that in a club or done that in a park, and you know, and then no one there know you, and you just kind of sat down there like, motherfucker, if you don't move the fuck on, look at you get moved out the way. You move, you get moved. I mean, you know, if someone whooped your ass behind that, I would say you had that ass whooping coming. But anyway, so yeah, if you're gonna make comments about me, consult the dictionary, please. If you're using voice to text, please hit the word done. Don't hit send, hit done, and then read what's left, and then go ahead and make some kind of correction. Because, you know, sometimes what is written doesn't make any sense, and it's like people who kept telling me I got fired. I don't understand why people keep telling me I got fired. Does Terry Take a Ride Part 2 when properly revoked? Yeah, Trippy Hippie said this is why I got fired. And I don't even understand the comment. I never got fired. And you don't understand the political atmosphere at the time. But there's a video I put up there about political atmosphere. GRSE political atmosphere. You know, it'll tell you about the political atmosphere at the time. You see what was going on. So, oh yeah, Trippy Hippie right here is calling me, you're a real coon, stereotyping people. But Tommy Lee Jackson was selling drugs. I don't have to stereotype people. I know what the fuck he was doing. You could look his fucking record up. It seems to me that he's changed since then, which is, you know, maybe good, which not maybe good for him. I hope he's changed, which would be good for him. Which would be to his benefit, you know. I don't really hate the guy. I didn't really like the guy that much at the time, but I don't hate the guy. There's two, you know, there's two different things going on. So I don't need fans. I don't need fans. I don't, you know, yeah. If you're a fan, yeah, me and this guy, Corey Julian, me and this guy got into like a real heated discussion once, I do believe. All his comments are still up here though, and me and this guy don't agree at all, dude, you know, he's got his opinion, and I don't like it, but I'll let him have it on my channel, because it doesn't seem to be loaded with a lot of vitriol. It seems like he thought about some stuff, so we get a chance to. So we get a chance to have a discussion. You know, unlike Trippy Hippie, which once again calling me a coon, saying that I'm hide behind the weapons, that I'm a real bitch. But then clearly he hasn't watched any of my videos because he doesn't know my philosophy. So how can I take what this guy says seriously? I can't take you seriously. And then one guy saying, well, yeah, you sure know how to do this. You only handcuff girls, but what about the time I handcuffed Tobias Moody? Or what about the time I tackled the guy after he snatched the phone? And I think you can look that up as stolen phone recovery, GRSE, stolen phone recovery. And, you know, you know, you can see the building cameras, see me tackle the guy and put cuffs on that guy. So, it makes me, it makes me ask the question, what in the fuck are you watching? And why are you talking this craziness? Listen, you're talking a bunch of craziness. Once again, your commentary got a bunch of vitriol toward me. Boom. Gone. I'll just hide all your comments. And you can talk to me, but as soon as I see your name, I don't even bother to read them. So I don't know what the fuck you're going to do. You can talk to yourself. That'd be fine. Yeah. Did I cover fans? Yeah, I don't think I should have any fans. Yeah, cover, spell check or voice to text check. Yeah, I covered that. Fans, I covered that. If you're gonna make a statement, use some kind of goddamn reasoning. I made this video before, but I get so many new viewers. I guess people just don't watch these fucking videos. Like that. Yeah, don't nobody watch your videos. Nobody watch your videos. Yeah, well, I take 300,000 views a month, so somebody's clearly watching them. I should be taking 3 million views a month and not 300,000. That's a problem. But clearly somebody's watching them, so you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You should stop talking. Or really stop typing. Your statements make no sense. That's what I like. Stop. You're not talking. You're typing. Stop typing. You don't know what the fuck you. Listen, if your commentary doesn't seem to have any sense and you're not reasonable, it doesn't seem reasonable. Whether I agree with you or not, I pay you no attention. And all depending on my mood, whether or not I feel like responding to it. Sometimes I try to correct people, sometimes I don't. It's just, Yeah, I'm a little tired. I made this video a lot. Because I don't like to cut them up. So I don't think I have anything else left to say. I think I'm done. And the next vlog I will do, we will start to talk about the fucking law. Because people swear they know the law, they swear they know their rights, they swear they know this, and they swear they know that. You ain't cracked a law book, you ain't did a Google search, you ain't read case law, you ain't read nothing. So, what in the fuck is it that you really know? Nothing. You don't know anything. But I'm going to give you an introduction, and that's all I can do, is give you an introduction. If you want to know more, you need to go research yourself. You need to maybe go to law school. But I will give you something that you don't have. That's what I'll give you. I'll give you something that a lot of people don't have. And still then, my Google search and my legal research in the stacks of any law library will not equal somebody's law degree at all. But it has done enough to keep me out of prison. And I have written my own motions, and they've served me well. They served me well at my immunity hearing when I got arrested for that thing with William Wright at the mall. They served me well when I wrote that motion to dismiss my public defender for ineffective assistance. So if you've never written your own motions, cited cases, used precedents to support your argument, then what in the fuck are you gonna tell me about I know the law? You don't know shit. I know more than you, and I don't know anywhere near enough, because there's 50 million exceptions in the law, there's 50 million rules, And there's all kinds of things that I can miss all the time. And I still have a better understanding of it than you do. Until the next vlog, man, deuces.